The world is having a lot of troubles, but it's always having a lot of troubles, I think. And the church is a very old institution. It has one primary mission, which is to preach the gospel of Jesus Christ, which is the solution to all of these problems, maybe not in an immediate material sense, but ultimately it's the solution to all of these problems, and that's what the church always has to talk about.
When the church looks out at the world today, we see many areas for concern. There's been rising violence in Iraq, in Syria. There's the tensions in the Ukraine. There's violence in Central America that is driving young people over our borders seeking refuge and protection. There was just the recent cycle of violence erupting yet again between Israel and Hamas in Gaza and in southern Israel, driving Israelis to fear for their lives and driving Palestinians from their homes and many, many civilians dying. So yeah, it's a lot of violence in the world. I think if I were to look at the one where the church has devoted the most attention recently, it has to be to the violence in Syria and in Iraq, where Christians are literally being driven from their homes with only the clothes on their back, and they've been getting ultimatums. Many of them have been killed. And Yazidis, another religious minority in the region, I mean, they're just being slaughtered. They're not even being given the option of fleeing in many cases from ISIS or the Islamic State, as it's also called. So the church has been very concerned. In fact, the church, from the highest levels, from the Holy Father on down, has been calling for the protection of Christians and religious minorities and been asking the international community, under international and humanitarian law, to come together to protect the most vulnerable in the Middle East.